background and a very simple question. As the process progresses, I feel like I'm losing the sense of self more and more. When I speak to someone, I hear myself as if someone else is talking. And when I see close friends or family, they're still dear to my heart, but at the same time, I know I could feel totally aloof to them in the very next minute. I'm also losing the sense of continuity of time. Sometimes it feels like I'm just thrown out at this moment in time randomly. I'm trying not to focus on these things too much as it won't help the process. My intuition is saying it would be even easier and better to live without this limited sense of self, but this is not my experiential knowledge yet. Question: could you talk a little bit about how to deal with these changes? Well, first of all, I want to say something. Welcome to a club, or the club. Everything that you have shared here is it's very much lived reality. So there's nothing to worry about. That loss of sense of self of which you speak, the question itself has that title in it, and how you put it so concisely and so accurately as well. Especially that part is that, those near and dear to you, you feel connected to them, and yet the very next moment you could feel completely detached and aloof. This is exactly how it feels. So this is why I'm saying, welcome to the club. This is how it is. So there we can speak, of course, about this, taking that angle, another angle. First of all, I want you to feel absolutely okay and relaxed in that there's nothing that in this process that is somehow is abnormal or undesirable of what you speak. In fact, there's a hidden beauty in that. There's a lot of beauty in that what you have shared. Let me try to maybe just give that reflection here, that it's almost as if the whole thing, the whole unfoldment, the whole whatever we speak about here, is about feeling at once, most intimately feeling interconnectedness to everything and everyone, and yet at the very same time, being completely and utterly detached from it all. The greatest pleasure, whatever that is, be it a physical enjoyment that an object of experience provides, and as long as we see clearly through it, and what you're now sharing is at the experiential level is so. That is the state when we can truly enjoy something. Because otherwise, enjoyment is already thwarted. At the very moment we are enjoying something, and it is accompanied by a sense of attachment. Life is already lived in a sense of being tied to something as soon as we are experiencing some kind of connection, some kind of intimacy. We all know that. We all know that the very powerful experience of love immediately accompanied by a very jerky sense of withdrawal, which comes with fear immediately, because that experience of love have that air which brings that sense of absolute and complete annihilation of whom we consider ourselves to be. Because that is the power of love. Love puts us all on the knees, equalizes us. In the same way, but in a subtler way to mundane experiences, what you brought up here is that losing the sense of self is what is being now instead savored, is that translucency, transparency of being, that what have had a gross sense of me and mine, right? Before is being replaced now with that subtle, elusive sense of transparency. It's beautiful. Enjoy it. Welcome to a club. You see? You qualified. You don't need to have an introduction by an old club member. The rules are much subtler in this club. So enjoy the club of detached ones who enjoying all the glory while it lasts. So that's how to deal with these changes. And how it takes care of itself is none of our business. It will take care of itself. So don't worry about that complete dissolution of the self, because it's only an apparent sense that is getting dissolved here. And with clarity of understanding that precedes this as proper understanding, it lands on that understanding. This is why the importance of proper background, a proper spiritual ground, and you are rooted in that in this course. You have this understanding. So if someone topples you, you have nowhere to fall other than onto your own self. And that's how it feels in terms of what you describe here as yet not your experience, but you already foresee this. And your intuition is spot on with regard to that.